Hello, everybody. This is Scott Husbath with Agent Mastermind, and I have my dear friend Vicki Rice with me today. How are you doing, Vicki?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Excellent.
Are you doing good?
You know,
here's
here's my only problem I got today is I don't have any emails, so I don't know what to do. Like my email inbox is at 0. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So after this call, I got to go find something to do. I'm just kidding, but of course that is no joke. I have 0 emails right now, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to click the record button, and let's get this party started.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. This is Scott Husbath with Agent Mastermind. Just want to do a little house cleaning first to make sure that everybody is A-OK. Can everybody see my screen and hear me on this microphone? Vicki, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I can see your screen, and I definitely can hear you. So.
Good. Oh, looks like excellent. So happy birthday to John Charbona, the mortgage professional who brought me here. Excellent. Well, happy birthday, John. That's cool. Very cool. All right, so welcome everybody to Agent Mastermind. Have an amazing class. Actually, you know, it's kind of funny. Well, it's not funny. This is probably the most dear and just the biggest passion I have is like helping people to have freedom in their lives while growing their businesses. So I'm going to share some personal stories with you today. I'm going to share a friend of mine that gave me some of his stuff that he uses to create massive amounts of freedom in his life, but also while growing his business. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. And if I could just help one person free up, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours for us, I'm going to give you ways. I mean, Vicki, between you and I, we live, eat, and breathe this stuff. So it's just exciting to do that.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to share it. So let's do this. So first one I want to talk about is like the last 2 years with Agent Mastermind. I've been very blessed to hang with you guys. Actually, it's 2.5 years we've been doing this now. And we've talked about email management, we've talked about blogging, we've talked about farming your database, phone burner, video marketing, flower pot strategy, the biggest class ever. That was 1,400 plus people tried to log onto the class, YouTube mastery, and the list goes on and on and on and on. It's just endless. So the problem is so many people call me and go, Scott, where do I start? We're like, literally, I don't know where to start, what to start with, what is important, what's not important. Well, we're going to cover some of that. So, and of course, you guys all know this. It should all be incorporated into your business, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I wanted to bring Sweet Brown back into our little Agent Mastermind class here. So here's a rule that you must live by from here on out. After this class, it's not an option. It's a must, okay? And that rule is read. I would type this out, put it on your wall, reduce, eliminate, automate, and delegate. Literally almost everything in your life, and this is the hardest part for most. We all wear this superhero hat thinking we got to do everything, and if we don't do it, it's not going to get done properly. And I just noticed I have my dear friend Gil. She actually called me and said, Scott, my business is so out of control. I need help. And I go, man, you got to be on this class with us Tuesday. So she's going to get some really good information today. So reduce, eliminate, automate, and delegate. So how much? Here's the one thing that blows my mind, and I love bringing this up because everybody I start this out with, I start a conversation. I go, how much did you make last year? And whether it's 100, 200, 300, 450, whatever it is, you have a dollar amount that you per hour. So I did 100,000 divided by 2,080 hours. I've done this before in our class, which is $48.07 an hour. So I ask you, would you pay someone $48 an hour to do whatever you're doing right now? And I'm not talking about on this webinar, but after you get off this call, whatever you do next, and then after that, and after every hour after that, if you made 100,000, it's whatever you're doing, it's $48 an hour work. So if you were doing it, you're paying yourself $48 an hour. And everybody, and I mean everybody, says, no, I would not pay someone $48 an hour to check my email, manage my calendar, call people back, confirm appointments, all this other stuff. So I'm going to show you how to get out of that rat race, okay? Heaven forbid it's 200,000, because that's typically what happens when you actually start farming stuff out, connecting with your database, following up with your database. You go to $96 an hour, and then it gets a little crazier, right? It's like now if I'm literally managing my CRM system for an hour, it cost me $96 an hour to do that. A little crazy. All right, so would you, and that's what I asked the question, would you spend that much money to pay someone to do that. So here's the 3 steps to virtual freedom, and I have to thank Chris Ducker for this, and I am so honored to be able to meet him September 7th in Ohio. I'm just so excited to hang out with 10 like-minded business professionals, and I know there's going to be a lot of conversation about virtual freedom, but here's the 3 things that Chris talks about. Task, and we've talked about this before on 80-20, he just spins it off virtual freedom. So task you don't like doing, task you don't know how to do, and we're going to break this down. I'm going to help you break this down. And then task you feel you shouldn't be doing. So I'm going to have you're going to have to do this little exercise. And here's the cool part about that exercise is you will have to do it as you grow. You'll have to do it more often because the stuff you're doing will become less important, and you can hire somebody to do that because the more you focus on high-income, money-producing activities, the more freedom you're going to have and the more money you're going to make, which hand-in-hand go together. It's a beautiful thing. So one of the things about, man, I tell you, and I'm just so sad about last night is quality of life, you know. Robin Williams, when you think somebody has it all, and literally the guy that has brought us so much fun and so much laughter in life takes his own life, and it's so sad. So you know, quality of life is so important, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to work my whole life and go, man, what did I do it for, when I don't have memories and time with family and all that stuff. So there's a cost to it. So freedom is a real deal here, you know, and I actually thought of a name for a book today, and I'm actually going to pursue that, and I'll let you, I don't want to share it on the call because I want to just get it out there. But here's one very important thing that it's my favorite quote that I love to look at is every morning you are handed 24 golden hours. There's one of few things in this world that you get free of charge. If you had all the money in the world, you couldn't buy an extra hour. What will you do with this priceless treasure every single morning? So you have to think about that. What am I doing right now that's going to help me achieve my goals, dreams, and desires, get me to where I want to be? So task number 1, you don't like doing. This is any task that makes you cringe or procrastinate, which, man, I'm telling you, I got a list of 5 miles long. I know I need to do it, but man, we've been talking about stuff for years, right? Anything you can be on your list except for selling. Like selling cannot be on this list. Selling needs to be one of your top priorities because it's the lifeblood of your business. And no one should know your product or service better than you do. So we talk about the flower pot strategy. It doesn't have the same effect if you have somebody else going out, introducing and saying, using the scripts to get the expired listing strategy or FSBOs or talking with buyers and sellers. That is where you shine. That's what you should be doing. So are you still trying to build your own blog, trying to create a Facebook header, trying to complete a nice profile outline about you for all your social sites, trying to blog 2 to 3 times a week? We all talk about it. Trying to keep up with your emails, trying to keep up with your voicemails, trying to keep up with your buyers and sellers, following up with your buyers and sellers consistently, babysitting the buyers, putting out fires, seller updates, mailers, database management. I mean, literally, I don't know how anybody gets anything done when they try to do all this themselves because it's physically impossible, unless you work 9 a.m. to 12 midnight, and I know some people that do that, and it's not a good thing. Task number 2.
Quality of life there.
Quality of life. I mean, think about, I don't know, that list just gave me a little bit of anxiety when you think about it. It's kind of crazy, right? So task number 2, tasks you don't need, tasks you don't know how to do. Be honest with yourself. Don't let superhero syndrome, this is where, you know, hey, I'm going to learn how to, and I did this because I did it for a different reason. I did it because I felt that people were getting taken advantage of out in the industry. So I created Agent Masterminds so that I could help give people the knowledge, the marketing, the ideas that they could use to go back to their business and then hopefully help them grow their business. So I did it for a different reason, but I spent 8 to 10 weeks, if not more, learning how to put a blog together. Now, did I absolutely love it? No. And then Vicki came along and says, hey, get out of the way. Let me do this. And she just blows it up with, you know, creative ideas, and just she's amazing at it. So it's just not, do I like doing it? Actually, I did like learning it because my reason for learning that was to bring it to the world to show other people how to do it so I can give somebody maybe the experience that I spent all these hours on and without them having to spend the time, right?
Right.
So, but here's the big key. I spent 8 to 10 weeks doing it. What would your business look like if you spent those 8 to 10 weeks calling past database, meeting with past database, going deep with past database with handwritten postcards, or just phone burner your whole database that you have anybody you've ever done business with? That is where the money's at, my friends. Building deep relationships. People want to work with who they know, like, and trust. and that's where the money is, okay? So ask yourself, are these tasks you're currently doing that could be completed faster by someone else? Absolutely. Are there projects you're handling that could be wrapped up in a better, more professional way? Are you trying to cut cost by dabbing into outside of areas of expertise? Like, for example, we have a $50, I'll bring up a product that's $50, and somebody will literally spend 2 or 3 hours trying to find a free way to do it. It's kind of absurd, because if you just spend the 2-3 hours just calling your past database, following up with your sellers, asking them for referrals, like who did you talk to or who do you know that's looking to buy or sell a home, that in itself would generate so much more money than trying to save the $50 a month. It would generate 2 years worth of whatever you're trying to pay for. Is it even, go ahead.
You even say something about, what is that, where you step over $100?
Step over $100 to pick up dollars.
To pick up dollar? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's the same.
Same thing. So you just got to think about that. And here's the biggest one. Is it even important for the success of your business? 99% of the time, if I know people that don't even have a Facebook presence that close $3 to $4 million a month. I know people that have never logged into LinkedIn close $3 to $4 million a month. Is it necessary? We, as a creature, look for shiny whistles that we think are exciting, that the world is talking about. That like, you know, we do a Facebook class and everybody's like, okay, how do I do it? And then they spend the next 2 weeks working on their Facebook page when they could. I'm going to show you how to hire that stuff out to where it's insanity, where it's done, and like, it really is it important that you even do it? Okay.
Right.
All right. That's the big one. To be honest with you, that whole thing right there, if you boil this down, is any of this stuff important for your success or for your freedom or to achieve your goals, dreams, and desires? And that's a big important question there. So, all right, so task number 3, tasks you feel you shouldn't be doing. Which tasks should you simply never touch, meaning you could eliminate them from your schedule entirely, making way more important tasks? Which low-level tasks could you easily give into a virtual assistant as a part-time work? There's a lot of, when people go, here's the biggest hang-up I think a lot of people have, including myself, is I go, Vicki, no one's going to want to work 10 hours a week. And Vicki goes, well, if they answer the ad, they do, right?
Right.
And maybe if they answer the ad for 10 hours a week, maybe they're thinking, okay, if I get in with this job, I only have 10 hours a week because I have kids and I have a husband and I run the kids here, run the kids there. I literally only have 10 hours a week. And if I could work at night doing some of this stuff, that would be even better after I put the kids to bed. And they're awesome people. And then they work themselves into, oh my God, this person's so valuable that I want them to work 20 hours now. If they answer the ad, trust me, that's what works for them. So don't judge whether, man, I can't afford an assistant because everybody thinks I got to have 40-hour assistant. That's not the case whatsoever at all, okay? Which tasks are you handling that could be taken over by a professional who knows exactly what he or she is doing? These are tasks where the potential harm outweighs the cost savings of doing that. That's writing small checks to cash big checks. And which tasks are stopping you from really focusing on the strategic growth of your business? Which that's
key right there.
That's a key right here. Yep, for sure. So here's the exercise that I do, and there's no, like, I have 4, like, I got this box from Chris Ducker, so I filled in I did my own exercise, and so this could literally have 100 things of things I don't like doing. This could have 100 things, and I just did 4. So don't like doing checking email, manage social media, blog design, and update. And why don't I like checking email? Because half the time there's nothing there. There's no money there. And if there's money there, why can't someone just say, hey, Scott, I think this is an important email. Go check it. That's what happens now. So I literally spend 5 to 10 minutes a day in email. It's the most freeing thing I've ever had in my life. And if you ever take this plunge, and I'm going to show you how to do it without giving away your password and stuff like that. I'm going to give you some ideas. And as I hang around like-minded people, we get more and more ideas and I'm going to talk about different people that actually do different things. But so don't like doing checking email, manage social media. I don't know about you, and I'm sure people can relate. You go on to monitor your social media or manage your social media or post something, and all of a sudden 30 minutes later you're like, I hear Vicki all the time, oh my God, you got to see this, right? Here's a funny video. My daughter is so famous for posting really funny stuff. So of course I noticed my daughter post stuff, and of course I'm going to watch it because that's what we talk about at dinner, right? If I don't go there, I don't see that stuff. So I pick my time of the day that I go there, I go in, I get out, I watch what I want to have, or watch what I want to watch, comment, post, like, link, share, whatever, and I'm out of there. Booking and confirming reservations. I wake up every morning going, man, I hope the hotel's booked for the 3 people I have coming in, or I hope my hotel's booked, or man, do I need to check flights or whatever. List number 2, can't do. I don't even want, my mind doesn't work on SEO, just doesn't. So I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. Design logos and graphics, don't even have a mind for it. Vicky's amazing at it. She's just a master. So don't want to do it. Handwritten postcards, I know how important it is, but I'm not going to do it. Can't do it. My writing sucks. You probably couldn't read it anyway. Monthly mailers. I know it's very important that we did a farming your database and talked about monthly mailers and the things that should go out. Not going to do it. Not my thing. I'm not going to sit down and write anything. I'm going to have someone do it for me. Updating Facebook page. There's things that shouldn't be doing. Updating my Facebook page, transcribing videos. Actually, truthfully, I loved learning how to do it so I could show other people, but then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm showing somebody what they shouldn't be doing by showing them how to edit their own videos when somebody will do it on Fiverr for $5. That's the craziest thing I could ever do. So I'm like, okay, transcribing videos, not doing it anymore. Updating sellers. Do I have to be the one updating sellers, or could Vicky call and go, hey, Scott wanted me to give you a call and just let you know that we had 3 showings over the weekend on Open House. We had 2 other people call on it. There's a couple other competition in the area. Just wanted to give you an update. Any updates for us that we should know about? It doesn't have to be you. It can be somebody else to get the same effect, and probably would be a better effect because the communication will be bigger, stronger, and more often. Vicky, I was talking to Vince about this, a guy I work with, and he says, I've never had anybody come up to me and go, Scott, please stop calling me so much and giving me updates. I'm so sick and tired of the updates. It's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Right? It's not going to happen. Putting out flyers. Not necessary. Usually, I don't know, we have a 10-minute rule. Usually the flyer fixes itself. And what I find most is when fires occur is when you didn't properly set, and Vicky, you taught me this, properly set the expectations with your buyers or sellers. There's fire comes up because then everything's in a rush. And I'm not saying you're doing it or it's your fault. It's just when you set the proper expectations, this things seem to go smoother, and you reiterate those expectations as you go through the transition. So I'm just kind of throwing some personal experiences out there. Examples of my current project, get this, so building a new blog that I included new design, SEO, and performance optimization. I got a guy that's going to be done around the 24th or 25th of August. I'm not doing it. Vicky's not doing it. I didn't want us to do that's not what I wanted to focus on. It's like literally 4 days for Vicky to create a blog that has her passion in it. Crazy waste of time, right? Not waste of time, just not our best use of time. Different opt-in sections for ebook giveaways. I'm writing ebooks, which I'm really, really super excited about for the MMA or for the AMM Agent Mastermind classes. Instead of having,
Did you change the screen, or are we still on that list page?
I did change it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
You're not seeing it?
It might just be my computer. So.
Okay. Is everybody seeing my current what I'm currently doing? Is everybody? Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so different options. So these are a couple things that I wanted. Sticky navigation. So I didn't know this, but he goes, well, I have some other ideas. Why don't we do a sticky navigation so when people scroll down, they still have the navigation bar at the top of the screen. We call it above the fold, which is above the computer where you can see, and then up at the top. And then showcase more numbers on homepage for social proof. Social proof, guys, is so huge. So I'll be sharing with you guys like kind of how we put that together. I don't know how it's being done, but he's setting it up for SEO of some sort. I don't even want to know about it. Ebooks written. So I'm writing 5 ebooks now. I'm going to do one on farming database, phone burner, custom. Not that you care, but I just thought, it's why not give this information. This one's almost finished. Facebook ads, custom audience. It walks you through step by step. It talks about the importance of Facebook, how powerful it can be, how you can get in front of your database. We had a class on this, amazing class. I just think for me, it's one of my. It's just one of those things that when somebody goes, what's the first thing you would do? Well, I would get in front of my customers. Who's my customers? There's a certain age group. Maybe they're engaged. Facebook separates all that stuff out and lets you put your face in front of them. Past database, it's crazy. So I'm going to do some ebooks on that to walk you through step by step. Will be pretty cool. I don't know. I just always wanted to write a book and then an ebook, and why not?
Right.
Get this. So this month, I'm traveling 13 days in August, and that's if nothing else gets booked. 4 webinars with Agent Mastermind. Maybe even 5. Is there 5 weeks this month?
Yeah, there is. There's an extra
There
week,
is,
so.
yes, so an extra week. So 5 webinars this week. Moving my daughter into MSU, which I'm very proud but also sad, August 20th. I got a 3-day event in the War Room in August down in Florida. I work with 60 people that depend on me for a paycheck every week, which I take that very seriously. Work out 3 to 4 days a week. Blessing and a curse that my love for up-to-date tools, systems, and strategies is my escape. So I spend time on crazy amounts of stuff that you guys probably have never heard of that I go, okay, can we use this? Can this? And I'm actually working on, Vicki, wait till I show you what I'm working on. It's really cool that I found over the weekend. Wife of 21 years, of course, 2 kids that I love to spend time with, and my wife says, can you please find something to do, get out of my hair, right? So that's kind of funny. So other things that aren't my best use of time: important emails, calendars, booking appointments, finding best deal, playing phone tag, confirming appointments. Guys, think about if you just take this list right here, okay? And you know it should be done. Some of you maybe are doing all of it. Are you doing it consistently? Are you doing it? I mean, like, so if you are doing it, think about the time you spend on just this stuff alone. What your day would look like if you didn't have to do this stuff. And I got a bunch of other stuff for you. So I'm going to show you how to kind of do this. So the rule number 1 is reduce, eliminate, automate, delegate. So when you think about it, well, how much am I making? How much am I paying per hour to do this thing? Can I delegate it out? And it's not about. Here's the one thing that Carl White said to me. He says it's not what it's going to cost you to hire them. It's what it's going to cost you not to hire them. Think about that when you're thinking about doing something. Not what it's going to cost me, but what it's going to cost me not to hire them. Because if you're working for $47 an hour and you don't hire them, you are continually working for somebody that would work for, and I'm going to show you $253 an hour that can do a lot of the general virtual assistant stuff, okay? So here's what I look like when I met Vicki, and Vicki's like, dude, this is a joke. Like, you got all this stuff you're trying to haul around with you and do and this and that and go, and I thought that was funny, so I want to give everybody a cool little laugh today. Isn't that a great pick? Like, that's the truth, right? Like, let's put more than we can handle on this trailer so it doesn't go anywhere. Cart in front of the horse. Yeah. There you go. All right, so what can you outsource to a general virtual assistant? READ. Get this. So this is from Chris Ducker, and it's chrisducker.com/25 tasks. Get this. Email management, setting up autoresponders, Aweber, MailChimp, booking appointments with buyers and sellers. Seriously, I'm going to show you a friend of mine that I have in this PowerPoint that is killing it right now with the guy he's had working for him for 2 years, and it's just amazing what he has to do. It's a couple things I'm going to show you that's insane. Following up with buyers and sellers, sending thank you and happy birthday emails. Receptionist duties, answering occasional calls, all calls. I'm going to show you how to set that up. It doesn't matter where they're at, whether they're in your office in another country. Calendar management, file management, organizing files using Dropbox, database building, updating email or contact list on your CRM, research on certain topics for blog posts, newsletters, or others. Say, hey, I want to post a really cool quote today, a cool inspirational quote. Find me one and let me know what you think. I mean, for me, when I search something like that, I may spend 5-10 minutes doing it. Times 10, I mean, think about that. Hotel and flight booking, transcription, transcribing voicemails, video, audio. Like, hey, tell me what the guy said, what's important, whether he needs to book whether he needs to talk to me or whether someone else on my team can handle it. That's amazing in itself. Taking down minutes of a meeting, maybe they just listen in on a phone call to remind, because I don't know about you, when I'm talking to somebody, I want to get out of what their goals, dreams, and desires are, and what their passion is when they're thinking about buying a home, and maybe I might miss something that's really important. So if someone else is taking notes on the same call, they might get something out of it that I didn't get that might mean so much more to the buyer or seller than what if, because I was thinking about something else, right?
Right.
Think about this. So think about I kind of broke this down last night, Vicki. I'm like, think about this. If you just had somebody do your email management. Now, how many people on the call, answer me yes or no, spend what they think to be 30 minutes a day on their email or more? Anybody on this call spend 30 minutes or more? Anybody? Almost everybody. More. Okay, so people are saying more, yes, yep. So 30 minutes or more. So like if somebody said more, how much is more? How much has anybody kept track? I mean, that's the scary part, because guys, it's just a habit. I don't know about you, but it's like going to the, like Carl did the best video. So he had his wife stand out at the mailbox, not email, but mailbox, and stand there for like 20 minutes opening the box, see if there's any more mail that comes in. That's me, right? You have it on your phone. You click, 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 click. Is there any more email? Email, email, email. Like there's no more, right? There's nothing there. And so that in itself is just like if you, okay, so I just saved 30 minutes easy. But the question is, what about booking and confirming appointments with buyers and sellers that you have set up for today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Like literally calling them to set the appointment, booking the appointment, putting it on your calendar, and then every day in the morning sending you your calendar of what you need to do today. While clearing out your email, while clearing out, like answering any phone calls, returning any phone calls, and then updating your calendar. Just that alone, people are saying they spend a half hour a day times 5 hours, like times 5 days, 2.5 hours to 3 to 4 hours a week. You could literally take Friday off and still get the same amount done by somebody managing your email. So the question is, why haven't you done it, right? It took me a long time to do it. But finally, I'm like, you know what? This is a joke. Like, here I am, you know, I'm spending all this time, literally, and what you should do, and this would be so hard to do, is get a little stopwatch, put it around your neck, and then every time you win your email, click, start it. You get out of your email, click, stop it. How many people have had Facebook open, closed out the browser, and then open up Facebook again? It's like obsession, you know? It's like it's so weird. So continued, creating basic reports on weekly tasks, deliverables, preparing slideshows. I'm going to show you, there's one of my buddy, Richard Smith, he had his VA create a PowerPoint for him of all the stuff he did, and I just pulled 5 slides out. I'm going to show you guys. It's nuts. Liaison between you and other team members. Vicky manages my team. I was like, Vicky, I suck at managing. She goes, yes, you do. I'm like, good. I'm glad somebody agrees with me on that one. So you can do it, right, Vic?
That's right.
That's right. So recruitment, source of other team members like writers or graphic artists. I'm going to talk about the different virtual assistants you can have. You can have a one-and-done type thing. Like I got this one project, I need it done. So set up social media accounts, manage update social media accounts, manage your blog, publish posts on your blog, filter and reply to comments on your blog, answering support tickets, blog commenting, participating in discussions, forums, or message boards. All right? So here's the understanding the 5 different virtual assistants, because we're joking ourselves that we think one virtual assistant is going to be the end-all or do-all. Like Vicky's so good at certain things. I'm so good at certain things. That's why we make a good team. That's why we have Brandon on our team. That's why we have Tammy. That's why we have Karen. That's why we have Lauren. That's why we have Rick. That's why we have like Diane. Like they all have their specialties, but they also have their passion of doing separate things. So there's no super VA. Now you're going to get a good one that likes to do certain things, but if they're doing stuff that they don't like doing, it's just called burnout. They're eventually going to get to a point where they're like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. So there's a general virtual assistant, which all those tasks I just went over for you are very simple and easy to train on. Correct? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Very simple, easy stuff. Like just to back up, basic reports, preparing slideshows, like this right here. Email management, setting up autoresponders. So let me just so article and content writers. Like there's certain people that I'm not a writer. I need to hire a writer. Like so if I wanted to continually do blog posting, I have a person now that I'm going to do a video, and they're going to take the video and transcribe it for me, and then put it into words that people will understand, and then have it correctly grammar correct that I can put into a blog post for $25 per video. And I spend 0 time. I spend 2 or 3 minutes shooting the video, and then I shoot it to them. They produce it, spit it out. I'm done. SEO specialist. If you're looking for buyers and sellers, looking for people in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I live in Kalamazoo. You're looking for whatever city you're in. If you're writing a blog post and someone else is doing it for you, why not have SEO words in there that when people search homes in Kalamazoo, buying a home in Kalamazoo, selling a home in Kalamazoo, home tips for home buyers. I mean, why not have keywords in there for SEO that may just pop up as you build your brand on the internet? Web developers, maybe you need a website built. Graphic and web designer, maybe you need one-and-done stuff. I'm going to share a couple of those places with you too as well. Does that all make sense? Some very specialty niche stuff here, and one of them might be like, you know what, I just want to have my website SEO'd out like to the hilt, and I'm done. Great, one project, you call up, you have them write some content for the front, and it works. So, okay, You did your 3-step to virtual freedom exercise. You now know what you need help with. Excuses are no longer an option. You're going to live by READ. Your time is only spent on Monday. I got to change that right now. There's that one mistake, Vic, right there.
Yeah.
Money. See, I messed that up. Yeah, money-making activities. Sorry about that, my friends. Sales. But how do I share on my personal sites without giving away the kingdom? And then I'm going to give you some ideas on where to go to find some of this help, okay?
Okay.
So if you're not using LastPass, it is the best online password reminder on planet Earth. I'm going to go live and show you this really quick. So let's just go to, you guys think I'm joking about my email? I have 2 emails now, and that's one I kept in there and one's from 12/17. Got it? I'm not joking, man.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that nice? So LastPass. So LastPass is an online password reminder. I'm going to log in and show you guys. This is so cool. So you can actually share. Maybe I'm going to log on. Usually when so what it does is it allows you to share your login and password without giving them your actual password. So what you have to do is have your virtual assistant or assistant in-house, or however tight you want to keep it, have them sign up for a LastPass account. And I apologize, it's taking longer. Easily, nothing ever works right on a webinar. And then when they sign up for LastPass, they give you the email that they use to sign up for LastPass, and then you would share. Hopefully, I can set this up for you.
Yeah, just like in a Google Doc, you would share.
Just like in a Google Doc, you would share your Facebook login with them. Put in the email. It's real easy. And I'll let that open up, and I'll go back to the PowerPoint. But you can share all of your sites that you want them. Like I have Facebook, I have LinkedIn, I have Twitter, I have I think those 3 are the ones. And then I actually so those 3. So he can log into all 3. He can't change it. He or she can't change the password. They don't see the password. It just automatically fills in the login and password for them. I don't know why that took so long to log in. That's just insane. Must be pulling some juice on this webinar. There is a bunch of people on here. So I'll go to log in here and come back in just a second. So you have to use LastPass. Here's the cool part about LastPass as well. Say you're on someone else's computer and like, man, I don't know, with passwords and a million different sites now, I don't remember what it is. So you can log into LastPass on anybody's computer, and it'll automatically log you into those accounts. Just make sure to log out of LastPass when you leave. But you can, it's on your phone, it's on your laptop, it's on your iPad, Droid, it doesn't matter what you have, it works. Pretty cool. All right, so that's LastPass. Got to have it. I've been using it for years. It just completes my life. So Gmail. Say you want to share your email, Gmail. You got to have Gmail to do this. As far as I know, I don't know of any other place that does it. But so say it when I log into Gmail, and I want to share my Gmail with somebody. Let me just show you what it looks like. And I don't want to give them my login and password. Well, Gmail has a feature where I can actually share with you. So I click on this little gear right here, and then I click on Settings, and I can give someone access to my Gmail that can only read, reply, delete, archive, whatever. And guys, you know that when you delete something, it's still in all mail. It's not like it's going away anywhere for 30 days. Like it's not like you're going to lose anything. So check this out. So if you scroll, if you go to the, so you hit the gear, you click on Settings. You click on Accounts right here.
Right.
It's crazy that LastPass is doing that. And then you scroll down and it says Grant access to your account. See that right there?
Yep.
And then I have Brandon as one of the accounts that he can log in and see it, and then I have Rob, which is my VA, who can see it. So they both can log in. Now here's how it looks when they log into their Gmail. It looks just like you normally would. Log into your Gmail. And the cool part is, like, so accounts, I give you, like, walkthrough steps here, grant access, add another account. And then you have, so here's Brandon's. Here's what it looks like in this, like, you have your picture up here in Gmail. He clicks on his picture, and then he sees my email as well, so he can log in as me through his account. So that's the only way. He doesn't have to put in login and password. Make sense?
Makes sense.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. So no login and passwords given. He can have my login because my login's my email, but he doesn't have my password. Okay? All right, so how to talk to your VAs if they're out of the country, like in the Philippines. I'm going to show you where I hired one just recently, and he's awesome, love him to death. And so how we communicate is through Skype chat, which is instant. It's on my phone, it's on my iPad, it's on my computer, everywhere I go. He checks in the morning with me, and I want to show you. Skype is, I don't know, technology just blows my mind. So Skype, check this out. So it's, what's this one? Unlimited local phone number. So he can call unlimited to, I don't know how many states or how many countries, but it's $13.99 a month, okay? $13.99. He has unlimited calling from anywhere. If he can log into Skype, he can call out, okay? And here's a 12-month subscription for $30 for my own phone number, online number. So when he calls, guess where it looks like he's calling from?
Your number.
My number, local number, 269 area code. I'm in Kalamazoo. It's a 269 area code. He calls from 269. It's his Skype. He logs in. It's actually my Skype account. I set up an account for him, gave him the login and password to that because it's like whatever. I buy it. There's no credit card information exchange. But, I mean, even if you have somebody that doesn't work in your office, still in the U.S., you can do this same exact thing. Or, of course, they can pick up a normal phone and call too. But he's in the Philippines, and obviously that's a little different. So $30.
PayPal, you know, pretty much.
Yeah, PayPal, absolutely, PayPal, yeah. And PayPal's awesome. Here's one option if you want to do all the work yourself. Richard has had great success with this. It's called onlinejobs.ph. It's $1.45 to $6.25 an hour, depending on the type of VA you're looking for. If you need a writer, it's going to be a little more expensive than just a general VA. And the thing with onlinejobs.ph is you got to do all the work. You put in your description, which you still have to do on both things I'm going to show you, but you have to interview them. You have to like decide for yourself if they're the right fit, okay? Which is totally fine, but man, I'm telling you, when you put in your job description, you're going to get, we've had as many as 75 applications come in. It's insane. So really good people, all right? Here's the pro plan is what you're going to want, $49. It's per month, but you just cancel after the first month after you find your person, and you can play around with that, okay? So the one I had great success with, and this is from Chris Ducker, is called Virtual Staff Finder. So this guy, Chris Ducker, lives in the Philippines, been there 13 years. He employs 200 and something employees himself, and he has this service that he goes out and you provide a description. I'm going to show you exactly how it worked for me, and it's $395 for him to put 3 qualified people that they vet on your plate, and you get to pick one. If you get 3 and you don't like any of them, they go find 3 more. But they, you fill out a description, they give you the sheet, they go look for them. It's 7 to 14 days. Let me just show you what comes in. This is the coolest part because again I'm into total letting this all go. So here is here's what comes in. So they give you a little. I give you to say, hey, congratulations, we found the top 3 final lineup, and here's who they are. Here's when they can start, expected salary. Look at this, and this is per month, $500 to $550 a month. Here's a little description of who they are, where they worked. Here's the best part about the whole thing, is they give you the resume, the disc profile, which is so important because I look at the disc and go, okay, if this guy's organized, detailed, he's going to be a high C, high S, high C. He's people-oriented, a little bit of I. Don't need to be a D because I don't need him to go out there and like hunt. I just need him to take care of phone calls, answer phone calls, stuff like that. They give you, there's some testimonials sometimes. They give you a recording of what they sound like, which is important. And you have all this stuff. And then you have, of course, your profile of what you're looking for that they fill in. So this is the only thing you have to do is like, what is your description? So I literally took, I'll show you my description. I took the description of, let me just go into very important stuff here, and then let's see, this is VA stuff. It's VA info, and then here's my description. So here's the thing. I removed some of the stuff, but this is what I asked. I wanted a general VA. I want them to work Eastern time zone. They must have an understanding of virtual position to be compensated accordingly. Here it is, daily work description, setting up. I literally copied the 25 things that I showed you and said, I want him to be able to do this stuff. And that's what I got. So he's learning, and I'm training him. You have to be patient. But I'm training, emails dialed in, phone calls dialed in. Some of the, like I have him doing a couple other things through Gmail, like texting to confirm appointments and stuff like that. So I had to show him how to do that, but he's like really smart, understands Dropbox. And there's a couple other things we're starting to use as far as together. But guys, it's insane what, and I'm paying him $500 a month, okay? All right, pay him by PayPal, and it's really easy to do.
And that's $5 a month, Scott, for 9 to 5?
9 to 5, correct. Yeah,
Monday
he
through
logs in
Friday.
about 8:30 Monday through Friday. Yeah, he logs in about 8:30, checks out about 5. Every time at the end of the day, he sends me a little worksheet of what he did today. So I'll get one. He sent it every day since he's been with me. It's been awesome. So very cool. So Vicky, Vicky, of course, she's got the creative mind. So she's like, let me put some stuff together for this webinar. I'm like, okay, cool. So she has to put it in this really neat format in this little puzzle. I have no freaking clue how she did this, but so these are some other happy birthday wishes. Send out 10 lottery tickets. Like literally, that would be more of a local VA, but this strategy is insane. I think I've shared it with you. Follow-up phone calls, 60-day after close follow-up phone calls. Comment, like your friend's post, Animoto birthday. I mean, just literally just crazy stuff, right? That would let you build a deeper relationship with your clients. Think about it. When you go to the doctor's office, you don't get a thank you from the actual doctor. He doesn't walk you out and go, thanks for coming in, look forward to seeing you next time. It's somebody walks you out, somebody walks you in, somebody calls you the next day and goes, hey, Vicky, just calling to see how your foot's doing, or see how you're, I know you came in for this and that, and just want to check up, make sure you're doing okay. Dr. Smith wanted me to call you. That's how this works, and that's just as powerful, okay? So let me just show you Richard Smith. A couple of things Richard Smith has his VA doing. Vicky, get this. This is so crazy. So, and he's been working with him for 2 years now. You got to admit, 2 years. So social media marketing. Initiate and run ads on Facebook for business pages. Real 3-minute video. I can show you how to do it. Invite current contacts to like Facebook business pages. Why would you not do that, right? So that's one more thing you should be doing with every single client you've ever done business with. You should be friends with them on Facebook. You should be liking, commenting, sharing. I mean, you're a huge one on that, Vicki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Solicit reviews from clients. Why not? Send email to clients of choice to ask them to add Richard. Why not?
Yep.
Post to social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest twice a day, first thing in the morning and before going home from work. Social media research of clients. Okay, I love this one. Social media research of clients. What does that mean? If you have a client you just met looking to buy a home, what do they like? What do they eat? Do they have pets? Do they have kids? Do they spend time with their family? Do they take a vacation? Where do they go for vacations? What do they love? What do they hate? What are they passionate about? Guess what? You can literally find out about somebody in about 5 minutes by doing just a little bit of research on their social media. Guaranteed. 95% of the time, probably 99% of the time, people live their lives through social media, and I know I'm not talking any foreign language here. That's what they do. And why not use that to your advantage so you can communicate with them in ways that they communicate, right? If you brought up, hey, I see you guys went to Detroit Tiger baseball game last night. How was that? Oh, my God, it was so much fun. The fireworks afterward was cool. They lost, but God dang, it was just so nice spending time with family. And you kind of get to know them, right? All about them. What do people like to talk about? Like to talk about themselves. I'm going off on a tangent, but that's a big one for me. Social media research. I love getting to know people through their social media because you find out the true who they are. Send notes to realtor contacts on Facebook and LinkedIn. So we did some realtor stuff. Send birthday greetings on Facebook. Personal notes. Real estate blogs. Post articles of choice. 2 real estate blogs every Friday. Spin articles of choice. Video posting. Richard records and upload to YouTube directly. Gerard gets the code and embed to blog post. Easy stuff, copy paste, right?
Right.
I'm going to show Richard how to take it one step further, and some people like to read, some people like to watch video. Why not put words with the video and SEO it so that when people are searching, he has a better chance of coming up as the expert in his area? Huge, right?
Exactly. Can you explain, we had a question about what does SEO stand for?
Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. So Google's goal, the reason Google is so powerful and so successful is when you go to Google and you search whatever you search for, their goal is within a nanosecond to give you the best results for your search criteria. So when you say search engine optimization, so when I say homes for sale in Kalamazoo, Google's goal is to give me the best research, search results for that wording, and that's what's going to come up. So the more you tackle, and there's ways to do research on what actual words are important or big in your area that people search for, how many people search for them, how many times they search for them, in the millions and stuff like that. So you can find out what are the keys, the keyword searches in your area for your city, for your zip code, for any of that, for your IP address. It's insane how crazy you can get with it. And then if you put that information in your blog post, like, hey, I'm thinking about, hey, 10 steps to buying a home in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The 10 things you should know about buying a home in Grand Rapids, Michigan is, and if maybe Grand Rapids, Michigan, buying a home is the #1 key search word for buying a home, so the chance of that coming up after a period of time is very powerful. So that's kind of how SEO works. All right.
So basically, it's putting those keywords into place in a way that Google doesn't think that you're a computer.
Correct.
Or spammy.
Correct.
Yeah, so that those phrases then connect with your blog, so that you get seen when they put that phrase in Google or that search URL.
Right on. Good. Yep. Better way to put it. All right. Check this out. Active Brain. You guys are familiar with Active Brain. So post articles of choice twice a day. Some of 10 a week. Crazy. Post blog article to all social media platforms: Facebook, business page, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Post a blog article to all social media platforms: Facebook. I mean, just this is what his VA does. Database management. Mortgage. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So put clients, referral sources, class attendee, along with their complete information, contact employer information, social media, and website links. So he's not just, I mean, think about this. You get a buyer, and you're like, okay, what's their email, what's their phone number, what's their Facebook page, what's their LinkedIn page, what's their Google Plus page, what's their Pinterest, I mean, get it all. Start listening to what they're doing, where they hang out, because guess what? They're hanging out somewhere. That's just what we do. Add clients to email drip campaign of choice. Put notes after every conversation with clients and plot meeting schedule. Put realtor information to system and add to email drip campaign of choice for co-branding. Crazy. You guys are like, holy crap! I know I should do all this, but what would it look like if you did, right? Oh, here's search engine optimization. Set up business listings online and coordinate with Richard with verification. A few business listing sites will require call verification. Call and email past client realtor partners to solicit reviews. Email must include link of preferred business listing, blah, 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 blah. Regular blogging and backlinking to web page. Backlinking is another way of SEO, and like backlinks to other websites that are known as really good resourceable content. Set up Google Plus authorship and link to website and blog pages. I mean, it just goes on and on. Plot appointments and important activities as scheduled. Send reminders 2 hours before scheduled time. Update calendar for changes in activities. He sends me a Skype message saying, hey, don't forget about your appointment. I don't even need the Gmail stuff anymore because he does it for me. So what can your VA do? You're like, okay, what can a VA do, Scott? I'm totally overwhelmed and I know I need to do this. So what you hate to do, what you don't know how to do, what you shouldn't be doing, and what you want incorporated into your business, what you feel is important.
Yeah,
wish list. Yeah. So you don't know what that is until you keep track of what you do all day, every day. And I'm not saying like take everything you do all day, every day and go, all right, I'm just getting rid of everything. Now, if you're not closing any deals, I would recommend getting rid of everything because nothing's working. But if you are successful, go, okay, what do I want to get rid of? What do I hate doing first? Start with that one and go, okay, who can do this? Well, maybe they can do stuff that I shouldn't be doing too. Make that list up, and as you make that list, take a little time. Take time with this. Don't do it like in 30 seconds. Do it in 30 days maybe, or even take a good week and start writing stuff down as you do it. And every time you have a thought of, man, I wish I was doing that, or I wish I could do that, or God, I should be doing that, and as you do that stuff, take notes and go, man, okay, they can do that, they can do that, they can do that. There's your description of what your VA could do for you. The 25 things that Chris Ducker said GVA should and can do for you, all right? One and done projects. Here's some great places to get, I mean, it's amazing what you can get done at Fiverr, Odesk, and Elance. Fiverr, $5. You want a video edited. You want one particular project. Maybe you want to write an ebook. Odesk will do it. Elance will do it. Maybe I don't know, there's just, whatever you come up with, you go, I don't know how to do this. Odesk has, I guarantee you Odesk has somebody to do it, and so does Elance, and probably Fiverr does as well. It's 3 great resources there. Screen recording and editing, training your VAs. So one of the things that I've learned is like you have to, when I ask Vicki to like say, hey Vicki, could you help me with this? She has to have a very clear understanding of what I'm talking about, and if she doesn't, she might not accomplish it the right way if I'm not explaining myself correctly or setting the proper expectations, right, Vicki? And I know when Vicki does it to me, it's like, Scott, I need help with this. I'm like, and if she knows if I'm not focusing, I'm on something else, I'm not going to hear her. So she's like, Scott, listen to me right now, you know. So So she makes sure that I hear what she's saying, because I might hear something and go, oh, what about this? I'm like, no, that's not what I said. So when you are communicating with the VA that's not directly in your office, you have to make sure they understand what you're asking for and understand that, like, what you're doing. So what I always do is take literally 3 minutes and use this one right here. You can record up to a 5-minute video, and I'll record, and it's a live screen share of what I want them to do. And if I have to pop up my camera on my computer, I can do that as well. Okay? So these are 2 things. ScreenFlow is really cool for Mac. Gene Project works on everything. It's amazing. Use it every day, literally every day, probably 3 or 4 times a day. If you don't have it, it's a great way to train anybody, anything. It's a great way to communicate with your buyers, sellers. When you are communicating with your buyers and sellers, make sure they understand what you're saying. And a video hearing your voice is so much better than an email, because an email can come across. You ever get an email and go, man, that guy's pissed, or that girl's pissed, or they're unhappy, they're sad. But in a video recording, it doesn't have to have your face on it. They hear your voice, they hear your excitement, they hear your frustrations. If they're waiting, hey, you know, it's been 3 days and I'm still waiting on that letter of explanation of why you have 25 homes. Like, what's up? You know, so they can hear the urgency. So there's a lot of different voice input, you know, that you can take to the bank there. Free task manager that we're starting to use. Asana, Richard Smith uses this a ton. It's a great it's free, believe it or not. ASANA has an amazing phone app. Love it to death. And so that's a great way to manage your task, invite collaborators to incorporate them into your task and help you with it and edit and add and whatever, so you're all on the same page when you're working on something. Great way to communicate with your VAs, and it's free. And that's all I got for you guys. And is there any questions with you? No, it was a lot. But I think the biggest thing that I want to share is we can't be one of the things that I think is really important. We can't be all things to all people. We can't do all things that we need or should do in our business. So we have to get help. But the help should be, it shouldn't cost you money. It should actually, I don't know about you, but freedom is so invaluable, so important to me that I want you guys to enjoy your family. I want you guys to enjoy your freedom. I want you guys to take vacations. And the only way to do that, to be successful, is to get help on those things that are the most important things that will help you stay in front of your database, remind your database of who they are, connect, engage, communicate, and just go deep with those people. So I just think it's so important. So if there's any questions, I'll be more than happy to take any questions on anything that I shared. I know that there's probably a bunch.
Yeah. I'm scrolling through them right now. One of the main questions is, you know, how can they watch this replay? Because they're going to want to go over it really slow.
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the things that we use, too, is called Announce Your Speed, right?
It's called Elance. It's called Elance, yeah. So this is a great one.
Speed up or slow down a video.
Yep, Elance. So what Elance does is it allows you, whoops, that's not it. Enounce. Sorry, Enounce. So Enounce allows you to watch videos at a slower pace or at a faster pace. And what you'll find is you can actually watch videos, training videos, at a faster pace than what you think you can, because your mind will comprehend it faster. So what you can do, what I recommend if you use Enounce is you start it at faster than what you can actually comprehend something at, and then slow it back down so that when you actually, because your brain will comprehend stuff way faster than most people talk. So that's a great thing too. Literally, you can watch an hour-long recording in 35 minutes, 40 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
so to save you a bunch of time.
But it's also good to slow it down so that you can get,
or stop it or pause it. I mean, you can always stop that. Yeah, you can always stop the recording too. How to get a copy of this recording is contact the loan professional that sent you here, and make sure that if you joined us for the first time, join us on our group. We're at 9,000 plus. Facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. Tons of testimonials coming in. I took one yesterday that I'm so appreciative of. I really appreciate stuff like this, and I took a picture of it because there's just so many posts on that page that it was from just got off the phone with an agent who extremely thankful for the Agent Mastermind class. She told me Facebook group is the best resource for real estate agents that she has seen in 10 years of business. So I sincerely appreciate that. So some good stuff there. If you ask a question, typically you're going to get 9, 10, 11, 12 responses if it's something that people are doing. So,
right.
Yeah.
And you can hire part-time. You can hire someone for 5 hours a week, or
Absolutely.
or 25, whatever.
25, whatever fits. Yeah, put the ad out there, and you might even be able to share it with a coworker. I mean, share with a coworker for sure.
Yeah, another agent in your office. You can kind of, and then one of the other questions we had is, how do you pay your VA?
How you pay? Yep, that's a great question. So it's all PayPal. So usually their PayPal account is hooked to their email address, and you just ask them. 99% of the people, it takes about you just pay them through PayPal. You put in the amount. You have to have a PayPal account that's hooked to your bank account, and it takes about 24 to 48 hours to hook your PayPal up to your bank account. I personally, every single time that I can, use PayPal because then you're not putting your credit card out there. So it's very powerful in that respect. So PayPal is a great service.
Yeah, we use it all the time. One other question was regarding voicemail on Gmail. Bill asked, how do you get voicemail on Gmail?
Oh my God, that's a great question, Bill. So was that Bill?
Yeah.
So Google, if you go to google.com/voice, so once you sign up for your Google account, go to google.com/voice, and under your voice you're going to see voicemails, emails, all kinds. So this is what you're going to have to do is click on this. It's probably, if there's nothing here, here's all the voicemails and text messages coming through, which is pretty cool. So, and it transcribes it, but you want to go to settings, and then here's my number. So if you get, if there's not a number there, say get a number, and just sign up for it, and it's we'll have to do another class on that, but that's how you use Google Voice. Highly recommend it. It's very powerful, very powerful. So google.com/voice. Yeah. Wireless microphone for the Android. Now, you can buy a little lapel mic. The only problem is you're going to have to get an adapter. I'm going to have to find the link to the adapter. There's an adapter. Because of phones the way they are, you have to have a special adapter that allow you to use microphones with the phone. And if you Google it, you'll find it. But it's called a little lapel mic. It's got a 20-foot cord. Or if you buy a wireless one, you can buy Bluetooth for your phone. There's microphones that are Bluetooth. I think it's, I can't remember. I got one in my bag.
$49 a month.
Yeah, it's actually, no, the microphone is, it's like 100 to 125 for the Bluetooth, but the wireless one's like $20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the biggest thing is to identify, and that's what I need to work on. Identify. Yeah, the biggest thing for most is, and it's going to change. You might hire somebody and go, man, my business picked up again. Now, like, okay, now what do I need? So it's there's 25 things. Somebody wants to see the 25 things. Let's see.
And I think that was something I did a while ago. In a
yeah.
Google Doc.
Oh, yeah, the Google Doc. Yeah, let me just. Oh, geez. Yeah, that one right there. This one's a little easier to see, though.
I don't think that's it. I think.
No. Oh, are you talking about this?
Mm-mm. But that is something that a VA could do.
Facebook, Animoto, phone call lottery, Facebook, Mark All Territory, Trip Campaign, agent marketing, phone call. It's a lot of different stuff there, yeah.
But there was something else I shared a long time ago. Yeah, it's all about kind of like a business plan. You know, you put down all the tasks that you do,
right?
And then decide on what you said, read. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
There's the first,
awesome.
yes. So if you can go to right here, chrisducker.com. This guy's amazing. chrisducker.com/25 task. You can see the 25 there as well. All right. In order to have a VA set up appointments, that would need access to the MLS. I guess if they had a time, that would, I guess we'd have to do some research on that. But there's I'm sure that can be worked out. And if you use LastPass to give them access to the MLS to set that up, I mean, why not? I mean, it's all about delegating stuff. If that's all you had to do was like that part, and they set up the time, or even if they verified the appointments, that would be huge, right? But I guess if there's a willing, there's a way, some way, shape, or form. You might have to hire somebody in your office to do that part. And if that's all they did was book appointments and did these 25 things on top of your social media, on top of book your appointments and had access to the MLS, why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was like a for sale by owner, could they cross-reference different social media sites where for sale by owners post? Then cross-reference with the county or tax, revenue, find a name, go to whitepages.com. All that kind of stuff takes time.
Right, right on.
And then maybe research it that way.
Yeah. Do you pay your VAs up front? Yeah, you pay them after. Like usually, some of them like to get paid on a weekly basis. So just every Friday, you would PayPal them. which depending on now if you have them as part of your company, most people in the U.S. are used to every other week, which is fun. However you want to work that out.
What about taxes?
Taxes, the cool part about a VA is, great point, Vicki. You don't pay any taxes on a VA because they're virtual assistants. Their contract, they would you'd give them a 1099, and it's up to them to do whatever they want to do. So, yep. And if it's a VA in the Philippines, I don't give them anything, right?
Right.
I am horrible at training, and I kind of need someone to take the ball and go with it. Yeah, training is, and some of this stuff is not about, it's just about being patient with it and going, and getting to know you as a person and how you, like what emails are good, what emails are not, what emails are important, what emails aren't, and when do you want to book your appointments? I have certain times that I won't book it. I say, hey, don't ever book an appointment at this time. That's my time. So that certain things that are, hey, book it after 1 today or whatever. Communication on my phone is huge as far as that goes. It's really cool. And what's funny is somebody says, I hate training. Well, one person that I know of, a good friend of mine, has his VA train other VAs. So he's out totally, right? All right.
Yeah.
Got the start time wrong.
And just with any brand new thing that, it's going to be kind of hard and maybe overwhelming at first.
Totally.
But it's just like starting any new project or coming out of your comfort zone,
No question. And guys,
outside that.
You bring up a good point, Vicki, is like, this doesn't happen overnight. This is a journey. If you want, you have to have a plan. So look out 12 months and go, okay, I want to accomplish one thing per month over the next 12 months. That means you'll have 12 accomplished tasks. And maybe you want to farm out one thing this month, one thing next month, one thing that, guys, with a virtual assistant that works 5-hour chunks, maybe they only work 5 hours a week for you, or whatever it is. There's companies out there that'll do that, and if somebody wants to take that job, and maybe you get somebody else in your office go, hey, this you get them for 5, I get them for 5, and as I grow, I'll take them for 10, and you take them for 10, and we got 20, and maybe you get 4 people to share 5 hours each. That's 1 hour a day. Beautiful thing, right?
Right. Yeah, and Jamie's mentioned a couple times about the bonus for
VAs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. VAs. Yeah, so if you're doing better, and because they're helping you and they're creating freedom for you, why not bonus them? I'm all over that. Thank you for the compliments. That was very nice of you. I concur.
So what happens if the VA quits? Do you have backup?
That's a great question. So the great question. So if you take care of your people and you incorporate them into your life and you treat them like a partner, not an assistant, or like you treat them like a partner and you make them part of your life and you appreciate them and you bonus them, I guess there's always a chance. That's just part of life. Mm-hmm. But what Richard did is he had his VA do a very detailed PowerPoint of what he does. He kind of wrote the book for what somebody else would do for him. So, is it going to take him time to train that new person? Absolutely, but that's just showing appreciation for what they're doing and pay them accordingly, and they won't leave you,
Yeah, so basically what has happened is that you put together, a book of what the VA does. You
absolutely
you keep it, and then if he has to leave or she has to leave, then you have something that you can then share with the new person that comes around.
Absolutely.
And then by going to chrisducker.com, you're already part of that business.
Right on.
Awesome. So they can pull in another person that has been trained, to that level.
Right on. Cool. Then Vicki, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's been a little while.
Okay.
So, guys, please let me know how it goes. Join us on our Facebook group, Facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. I would love to, we're here to help you. So if you have any questions, any concerns, go to the group. I would love to hear the feedback. If you have challenges, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. So anything we can do to help you, whether it's just accountability, whether it's just, hey, you can do it, this is what it's all about. So I don't know. I'm big about freedom. So take advantage of what's out there and the help that's out there. Don't try to do everything or be everything to everybody, and just take it one step at a time, okay?
Yeah, and show some love to your loan officers.
Show some love to your loan officers, absolutely. They invited you here, and they're a big part of the team, and a lot of these guys are friends of mine, so appreciate them as well. for getting everybody here, and we'll see you same time, same place next week. We're going to do a class on getting ready for the end of the year. Believe it or not, we're over halfway through, like we need to prepare for some slow time over the winter. We're going to have a great class for you next Tuesday. See you here, same time, same place. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks.